Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 20th of December. I'm James Spann. Wet is the word. In fact, it might be early next week before we see a decent amount of sunshine in here. So get set for some dreary, wet weather as we head down the stretch toward Christmas. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the Alpha Skycam network. Around 2 o'clock this afternoon, that's the Trustful Skycam, kind of a dingy-looking sky there from Chalkville Mountain Road. There's the Demopolis Skycam. A few breaks in the overcast, and they pushed up to near 70 down there this afternoon. That's overlooking the Tombigbee River, looking south from the Demopolis Civic Center, and some other ominous clouds on the Alabama Gulf Coast on this late December day. All right, we've got just a complex setup there with just a series of waves coming out of the southwest. You can see the lead one out across the southern plains, the next one over Baja. There'll be a third one to follow for the Christmas weekend, and each one will bring rain and storms. Temperatures are going to be mild for a while. Those are at 2 o'clock. We've got upper 50s and low 60s for the most part. Tuscaloosa and Montgomery at 63. We could be pushing 70 by Thursday. And that might set the stage for a few strong storms, but the lack of that kind of warmth today should prevent any major severe weather issues tonight or tomorrow. But around the nation, it's pretty cold behind that, the storm track where they've got the snow on the ground out there in parts of Colorado and western Kansas. But around here, it's pretty mild. Look at those mid-70s down South Florida. That's the radar at 2:04 this afternoon. Moderate rain falling down in South Alabama. Just a soaking type rain along Alabama Highway 10 from Greenville to Laverne and Troy. But up this way so far, not much happening today. Just a bit of drizzle in spots, but that will change. There's the wider view across the deep south. You can see the better rains over Mississippi down toward southwest Louisiana around Lake Charles, and that will be easing in here tonight and tomorrow. Watch warning map, things have calmed down. All of those blizzard warnings have been canceled, and there's not much happening in terms of, hazardous type weather. There's the convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. There's no formal risk, only 5% probabilities across much of Alabama and Mississippi. And again, it's a very marginal severe weather threat. Having said that, you always have to watch. We'll do that overnight. Tomorrow, pretty much the same deal. 5% probabilities north and south of here, but on Thursday, day 3, there is a slight risk basically in the area from south of Birmingham down to Mobile and New Orleans ultimately. And we'll review that as we go along. This is the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Sunday morning at 6 o'clock. This is suggesting maybe 3 inches of rain around here, and I believe that with 3 distinct waves. I'm telling you, if you're looking for sun, you're just going to have to wait for a while. Let's check the modeling. This is the 12Z GFS at noon tomorrow. There's the lead wave moving up through the Midwest, well north of here. The second wave is west of El Paso. And down below that, just a wet day. The rain and storm should be pretty widespread tonight and tomorrow. Here's a look at Thursday. We've still got a southwest flow aloft, and again, you can see the little bit of energy comes out at us. Another upper trough forming back in the southwest, and down below that, there's that next batch of rain coming at us on Thursday. So let's look at the RPM. We'd like to do this. It's high resolution. Now, this is tomorrow at 3 o'clock. That's showing some potential for convection south of here. And I think we will see some thunder, tonight, tomorrow. But, the severe weather threat is pretty marginal. In fact, there's a peek at the instability values tomorrow. And they've come up a little bit. This is suggesting, and this is at... let's see, 18Z, that's 12 noon tomorrow. Maybe instability values over 1,000 joules down in South Alabama with the lighter amounts up here. We'll go in and take a look at situation on Thursday afternoon. Boy, it looks wet. That's Thursday at 2 o'clock. Rain and storms. There's the instability. Not as great on Thursday, but again, figuring out instability can be complex. It depends on if we see temperatures pushing up into the 70s and dew points getting up in the 60s. If that's the case, it'll be a lot higher than this. Whatever. We'll see rain and storms tomorrow and then again on Thursday. We'll watch for severe weather potential. We'll go to Friday. Things kind of wind down. That might be the one day with a break in the rain. We'll mention the chance of a lingering shower Friday morning. And a bit cooler. High should be in the low 60s. Saturday starting off the weekend. And obviously, cold air is not going to come in here with a look like that. It's just going to seep in here. There's the surface chart. The GFS looks dry, highs in the upper 50s. And Christmas Day, dry with highs, again, mid to upper 50s. But hang on. The GFS is an outlier. Let's throw it out. Let's look at the European. This is midday Saturday. Ooh, look at that rain coming up in here. You talk about a model madness. You got the GFS bone dry and the European wet. We'll go to Sunday at midday. This is Christmas Day at noon. Rain moving out. So we'll side with the European. There's no doubt it's done so much better this season. We'll mention another chance of rain over the weekend. We'll check the Canadian just for the fun of it. This is the Canadian at noon Sunday, and it's got the rain right over us. It's slower than the European. So, again, with the Canadian and the Euro going wet for the weekend, we'll go wet for the weekend. We'll forecast a good chance of rain maybe as early as Saturday afternoon. Rain more likely Saturday night, possibly into Christmas morning. And if this is right, it could linger into, pretty decent part of the day Christmas Day. All right, Monday of next week. The GFS is dry. Of course, it's been dry all along, but I think that will be the next decent chance of getting some sunshine in here. And no cold air. The high would be around 60 if this is right. And there's Tuesday. More rain coming back at us from the south. That break on Monday might be short-lived. All right, let's check the longer range stuff. This is the GFS valid on 1/1/12, New Year's Day. And again, no cold air with that. Down below that would be dry and pleasant. And the end of the forecast on the 5th of January. Again, no evidence of any cold air. If you want a snowstorm, try the northeast. Looks pretty snowy up there. Just for the fun of it, this is the snow cover across the nation as of today. A year ago, much of the nation was snow-covered. We had snow on Christmas Day, but this year looks like it will be snowless for a lot of folks. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you live around here, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.